Is colonising Mars a good idea? The colonisation of Mars would have an incredible impact on our society. It would impact every individual in some way or another. The question of who gets to go will impact our society drastically. This is due to the hierarchy that we have in our modern day world. Realistically, we would judge people on their wealth, background, looks, and class as opposed to practicality, morals, and whether they are a good, content human being.
Positives of colonising Mars. There are many different opinions on this topic, but a question within this subject we all forget to ask ourselves is, would it be better going to the moon? Mars spins at a reasonable rate, roughly the same rate as Earth. This means adjusting to the days on Mars wouldn't be as hard, whereas on the moon, one day equivalents to about 28 Earth days, which wouldn't be ideal for us to adjust to in the first place.
Negatives of colonising Mars. Although Mars does not have an atmosphere, it's so thin that a human would need to put on a spacesuit to survive its low pressure. Mars also has no oxygen, meaning we'd more likely need to colonise it years in advance, which would take billions of dollars to do. Mars is very prone to having dust and sandstorms. These storms continue for weeks on end, making it incredibly hard to leave your habitable space. Not only would this be a huge danger to the people who are living on Mars, it would also make a slight problem for the equipment and facilities on Mars. Lastly, the human health risks on Mars are a wide variety of mental and physical things that could result in fatal injury.
When will it happen? NASA's car-sized Curiosity rover is set to launch to Mars on the 17th of July 2020. The European-Russian ExoMars rover will follow the Curiosity rover 8 days later. Both are said to touch down in February 2021. After they touch down, hunts of Martian life will take place. It is said that the actual mission itself will take place around the year 2040, if it is to happen, though it's still just thought. This is not a long time away, and a lot of work must be done until then.
Conclusion. In conclusion, we think colonising Mars right now is not a good idea. We think that we have so many other problems that we could resolve or try to work on at the very least. It would be madness to turn a blind eye on the problems of the world for something as indistinct as this. Ethically, it wouldn't be right to turn our backs on the people who need us the most, and financially, it wouldn't make sense, given we could spend the money on many other things that are of far more importance than the colonisation of Mars.